Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where it is no longer Bugparador. That's incredible. So our integration status here is normal, and we expect it to remain that way for the foreseeable future. So that is excellent. What we need to do now, of course, is we need to start integrating all of these client states that we got, and we also need to be working on building up all of these structures. We've got a lot of rebuilding to do after that insane war. So let's go ahead and work on that for the time being. I do want to go for some of these older locations like Ionia here. So Ionia, we're at plus 174. We could probably send them a gift here. That puts them at 188. Oh, that didn't give as much as I was thinking it would. Okay, so we need them to be at 190 for us to integrate. That would be under influence actions. Wait, why is it not under influence actions to start integration? Oh, because we're already annexing them. Okay, beautiful. So we don't need to do Ionia. I'm now thinking about like Western Delta out over here. So they're at 112 at this moment. We could definitely boost them up by sending them a gift, which I'm interested in doing. That brings them up to 137. So how's our integration going on any of these? What do we have going on here? So Ionia is at... Okay, that's actually going to be finished in like 4 years. That's not bad. I definitely want to get some more of these going. So here in Western Delta, we're at 55. We need a lot of opinion with a lot of these, right? But some of them we're fairly close to, like Western Delta. And to that end, we're at 137 right now. I definitely want to be back at improving opinion. So let's get going on that. Okay, so we're going to boost them up. We're going to want to get them integrating as soon as possible. So there's also Eastern Desert out over here. They're impressed by Friendly Ruler. I'm going to send them a gift, and we're going to boost that up as well. But actually, I'm going to wait on that. We're going to wait to do that. So that seems fine for now. I do want to build more farming settlements, so let's get to work on some of these. We can just sort it kind of like this. That'll be fine. Cool. So we'll continue to work on the farming settlements. That is all very necessary. We're going to be banking manpower right now. These armies are going to definitely need some work. There's no doubt about that. But for the time being, they're reasonably fine. We may want to put in leaders and have them start drilling. So to that end, we can go in here. Add this guy. And these legions, they don't actually have anything in them. We'll come back to them. So we'll put this guy in, and I want to get both of these drilling. Okay, now that's going to cost us some money, but that's okay. For the time being, I'm not super concerned about that. So we're going to be working on getting all of these farming settlements built. That's going to be a high priority. And we're also going to be working on getting all of these integrations underway. We've got a long ways to go on that. No doubt about it. The good news is we can integrate them simultaneously if we get their opinion up high enough. So that would be absolutely phenomenal. We do have some starving pops. For the moment, I'm actually going to think about moving these guys out of Jerusalem. So we're going to move them up over here. And we'll have them drill there for now. I don't want pops to be starving in Jerusalem right now. So that is understood. Food is an issue here. I'm just noticing that we're at 39 out of 53 here. Interesting. And we're at minus 50 food right now. So let's not import this silk. Let's not import these horses. And let's import some grain. It is currently May, so we may see that come up a bit. We'll do something like that. And then I'd like to not import this marble. We'll import some additional grain. And let's see what that ends up feeling like. Okay, so we're giving this until the month tick, and we'll see what that's looking like. Here's the month tick. Beautiful. Positive. That's what I want to see. Okay, so we're going to have that be the case out over here. There is Eastern Desert down here, which is now positive. So for the moment, I think that's fine. There's followers of the Risen Lord. For the moment, we're okay with that. Emphasis on for the moment. Let's get a couple of these farming settlements going. And now I want to check through some of our diplomacy here and see where we're at on all of these. So there's definitely some progress needing to be made here. No doubt about that. Western Delta, we already sent a gift to, so we're just going to have to wait for improved relations here, and we might have to re-up that gift. We shall see. But that's going to take a while to get them up, so that's understood. I do want to continue to construct these farming settlements. This is of utmost importance. So that'll be fine. We want to remain at peace for as long as possible to get our war exhaustion gone. We want that completely and totally gone. So we still have Pops dying in Jerusalem, apparently. There's 200 food here. I don't know what's up with you guys. Is it just that they're over their pop cap? Maybe. Actually, I bet that is the case. So what we need here then is we're going to need a fair amount of additional housing. So we need 24 housing. So each of these is producing... Hang on, I'm just trying to do math. 4. They're producing 4. So let's bring this up to, well, +1 for now. This is all we have gold for the moment. And then we can do +2, +3, and then that's going to get us a decent amount here, but we definitely want more than this. We need to boost up the housing here. So I'm thinking about taking this to like 16 for now. That would get us, well, that would get us 16 additional housing. So we'd need more than that. Grand total, Pops are still dying. So let's assume 240 minus 209, that is a difference of 31. Divided by 4, that is 7.75. So let's build 8 of these. That'll be fine. They will take some time to build, and that is understood. We'll get another one going here. And that seems relatively fine for now. So we're keeping an eye on all of this over here. Yes, we will welcome these. We're keeping an eye on all of this over here. We're definitely interested in seeing all of that come up a lot. So that'll be absolutely wonderful. There's another month tick, so we can get this up to 6. Bountiful harvest. We're going to take the gold here. So 7 and 8, and then I'd like to build more libraries here eventually, but that's a low priority right now. Right now, I want to build farming settlements with that money. So we'll get all of that constructing, and actually, we're getting close to done with the farming settlements here. That's very good. Very, very, very glad to see that. So Eastern Desert over here is at 118 right now. We can always send them a gift, and that will boost their relations by up to 25. So that is noted. And then there's Western Delta over here. They're at 160. We can increase the gift relations by another 2. So, I mean, we definitely need to give time for improved relations to come up here. Western Delta is going to be the next location to be integrated. There's no doubt about that. So we're going to start integration with them as soon as we can. And a lot of these others, we're going to have to wait for... We have to have them... Wow, look at the Macedonian revolt up there. We're going to have them under our control for... Yeah. We're like the same color as the Macedonian revolt. We're going to have them under our control for 10 years before we can do that, but that's absolutely fine. So that seems okay. We know that some of these areas like Kedar and I believe Ilistria and Axum were granted independence, and we're going to have to go conquer them back. So that is absolutely understood, and we will get to that. For now, though, I want to get these farming settlements built, so we need another 5. That's looking good. So farming settlements are going to help us quite a lot. We need to get our economy rolling back up. And that's absolutely fine. So we still have Pops dying in Jerusalem and down over here as well. I'm wondering about... Okay, we don't have automatic trade here. We should probably make sure that we have automatic trade everywhere at this time. This is probably hugely messed up. Oh, yeah. I'm not shocked about this. This seems very right. So let's get automatic trade turned on for all of these. And that should help our economy alone, single-handedly. That's a lot. I'm not shocked about that, though. Yeah, that was one heck of a rebellion. That's for sure. Okay, so this is all looking good. No issues here. And I want to make sure that automatic trading is enabled for literally every single province that we have for now. There we go. That'll do for now. Now, I want to double-check the culture. Yeah, look at that. No bug. I like it. So we've still got this as having a food issue, right? And there are a couple of things that we can do about that. First off, I'm going to simply import some grain. And it's currently June, so hopefully that'll help it build up. Jerusalem is apparently still having starving pops. I think this is due to being overcrowded, and we're working on it. These aqueducts are on the way in. So that all looks good. We're going to get these farming settlements built. We've only got 2 more to do there, so that looks great. And how are we doing on our diplomacy? Well, Western Delta is at 170 at this time. We're going to be able to bring this up by 3 by sending another gift. So that's noted. Well, actually, it's 2 right now. But we definitely need to get these opinions up so that we can start annexing. Annexation is going to be a very, very significant project for us for a little while here. That's for sure. Prosperity? Actually, yeah, I will take the taxes here. That sounds great. So we do want to get these final 2 farming settlements done. Granary is raided. We cannot afford to pay for this. This guy can pay for it. It's actually not an issue. Communion of the Way, we're going to slaughter them all. I don't need to note down the political influence because we have a real amount of political influence. So that's really, really good. I don't know how we got 2. Maybe we have a very small amount coming in every month that's like not shown due to rounding. Interesting. I'll keep an eye on that. I don't think we should have 52 though. Based on my read of this tooltip. Maybe you can only reduce the political influence by like 0.99999x or something. And you can't quite bring it to 0. That's a theoretical possibility, in which case that's actually handy for us. We could use a very small trickle. In fact, we could use a lot more than that, but here we are. So we've got most of these up to 72 or 92. That's looking pretty okay. And yeah, we're going to be able to bring all of these up to a pretty decent amount. And we're going to be able to get a lot of annexation happening. That's very, very good. So here in Jerusalem, we're no longer having starving pops, apparently. We're down to 229. I don't know if these pops migrated or if they starved. Regardless, we're going to get these aqueducts built. Either way. So that seems fine for now. What's our research efficiency at? We're not capped, but we're doing pretty okay. Cool. So I do want to come into Jerusalem here then and build the rest of these libraries. So yeah, it would be something like that. Then we can come in here and build our last 2 farming settlements. There we go. And then we can start getting slave estates in several areas. Several areas. There's going to be... Actually, there's not as much as I thought there was going to be here. But there's some. There's definitely some of those that we're going to want to build. So that seems fine for now. We just need to get all of this rebuilt. Western Delta is up to 184. We can still improve relations, so I don't see a reason to send them a gift. I'm just going to wait for their relations to come up. That seems absolutely fine. At this point, I do want to build more slave estates, so we'll get those going. Cool. And all of these opinions are starting to look pretty good at this point. Western Delta is absolutely going to be the next one to be started with the annexation. So we're absolutely going to start integration on them here in a couple of month ticks. It's going to be like 2 month ticks. A minor addendum. Actually, I don't think we can afford to spend the political influence. Not at this moment. I wish that we could, but we need to save this for a rainy day. In case we absolutely have to bribe one of these guys or something, we should absolutely save our political influence for that. So that is indeed going to be the goal. Ionia is going to be integrated in December of 960. Okay. So that's about a year and a half away. That's not bad. This month tick, we should be able to start integration on Western Delta. There we go. So that's underway. Once that finishes, that's going to be done in, well, about 20 years. And that's about what I expected. That seems about right. So that looks fine. We can call down an Omen. This will be Esther. There we go. So the next location is going to end up being absolutely Eastern Desert. That's at 144 right now, and we can boost that up a little bit more. And the way we do that, of course, is by sending a gift. That'll be by up to 25. So once we get this up to 165, we can send a gift to accelerate how quickly we can do this. That seems fine. For now, I'm going to continue to build slave estates. So let's work our way through that list. There's not that many on this list, actually. So we can get through that reasonably quickly. That'll be good. The farming settlements will be finished up fairly soon. Friends across borders in Laconia? Sorry, I can't do that. That's too much gold. We can't afford that right now. We have all of our gold earmarked for internal projects. Okay, so that's all looking reasonably fine for right now. The Eastern Desert is up to about 149. Can we integrate them yet? Yes, actually. Time is not a concern there. It will be a concern for some of these, like potentially Call. Actually, it's not a concern for Call. What about for, say, Laconia? That was a fairly recent one. Yeah, that's not going to be possible for a couple years yet. That's okay. I don't actually mind that. So we have a tutor needed, and there's a risk of rebellion out over here in Persis. We have no governor here. I'm going to put in this guy, and that solves the problem single-handedly. And that also gets rid of the Scorned family, so I'm very happy about that one. Okay, so over here in Eastern Desert, we're at 150 right now. So we're looking at a while before we're ready to fully integrate this. That seems fine. We're going to work on getting every single one of these integrating. This is absolutely going to be a thing. We're putting this realm back together. So we will get there. For now, of course, the major thing is getting Eastern Desert underway. Western Delta is coming in, and that looks good. But we also need to go through, well, Ionia is going to be done pretty soon. 1 January 961. That's under a year before Ionia is integrated. That's very good. But that is going to mean that we have more constructions to do. But that's fine. We can put these farming settlements in. Why could we make farming settlements? That's interesting. And then we can make more slave estates. Did we integrate something? I don't think so, but that would make the most sense for why we'd suddenly be able to put farming settlements in again. Wild. Okay. Well, for now, this is reasonably fine. I'm still content with letting our war exhaustion drop. We absolutely need to let that happen, and then we'll start going after some of these that are not our vassals, like Illystria. They're in an alliance with Lycia and Olby. That's not very surprising. We'll think about going after some of those a little bit later on, but right now is not the time for that. So, Eastern Desert is currently at 157, right? And that's getting very, very close. I'm going to go ahead and send this gift shortly, but we just got a religious advance. So, to that end, I want to come out over this direction, and we're going to go to granted manumission. And that, of course, means that we're going to want to take Hypocaust next for that sweet, sweet monthly political influence that will do absolutely nothing for us at this time. Phrygia is lacking a governor, and this should be a scorned family member, which is this family. There we go. No problem there in theory. Now then, Eastern Desert is at 158. I want to send them a gift. That boosts them to 185. So we need this to come up to 190 before we can start integration. We will get there soon. We're growing this by 1.82 per month, and that should be absolutely fine. So that's 186. Okay, we will come back to that in a moment. I don't really care about this guy. All looks good there. So let's continue to work on our slave estates. There we go. That all looks magnificent. There's not that many more of these left to do. And then we can start working on some cities. And that's going to be interesting. A lot of our city work, I think we lost, which is very unfortunate. But we'll get it back and in greater numbers. Excellent. So Ionia is going to be integrated in just a little while here at this point. Now this is saying 1 February. Interesting. Our diplomatic reputation is 0.65, but yeah, we're definitely going to do this. Our tyranny is way, way, way up there, and that's fine. We know that that's going to be the case. We need all the political influence we can get our hands on, right? So that is absolutely what's happening there. So at this point, Eastern Desert is going to be able to be integrated on this next month tick. Done. So that's underway. And we can continue to build slave estates, which we will happily do. Excellent. Now, I'm just checking through these to see if there are any others who are significantly higher up. Central Delta is not too bad. It's not too far behind, so that's looking solid. We're going to be able to integrate a lot of these very soon. So that's looking very, very excellent. Yeah, a lot of these are going to be integratable. Some of these, not so much, though. Like, this guy here, we need to give up claims. There we go. And some of these others, we should actually check through all of these and see if we have, yeah, subjected to Casus Belli. So we can give up claims on that as well. Nothing here. And then we would go to Zive. Yeah. So a lot of these that are behind, that's the reason why. We can just give up claims on Ammon. Western Delta, I don't care about. No claims here. Here we've got a claim. We can give that up. That'll improve their opinion of us. Philistia. We can give that up as well. And this is us integrating a new location, so that's excellent. Give up claims here on Philistia. There we go. And then Laconia. Give up claims. Call. We can just do this for every single one of these. If we have claims, it'll give it up. So we can give up on Central Delta and then Aramshat. And then Crete. We've got a lot of these to do. No doubt about it. So then Babylonia would be next. And then Baal. Perfect. Zood. There we go. Something just changed here. Zood, Bouchard. Okay, here we are. And then Sid would be the next one. We can give up claims on that. Hebrew Dur. That all looks good. Mios Hormos. And some of these will recalculate and some of them won't, right? So Sesamos would be the next location, then Phasis, then Marat, and then Parthia, Karabshar, Sonata, Iris Superioris, Melatine, Armenian Gumbadi, Kataba, Tanesis, Alut, Arabia Ad Sinus. We got some untiring devotion here. Wonderful. And then we've got Pap. We can give up any claims on that. Akandana. We don't need claims here. Mothis. We don't need claims. Evangelism? How rude. And of course, these last couple of locations. So this is all looking good. We should not have any claims in any of them anymore. And that should boost up our opinions pretty across the board. And we're going to be able to get a lot of these integrating very shortly. Central Delta is very, very close. In fact, a lot of these are incredibly close now. So that's all looking magnificent. How much more can we improve these relations by? A lot is the answer. So that looks great. And no, I don't want Emon to lose any opinion of us. So that's absolutely fine. Cool. So next up is still going to be Central Delta, but the rest of these are not very far behind. Why is Parthia so angry? I don't know. Okay. I guess they're just behind everything else. Probably culture groups. Sure. Fair enough. So at this point, Central Delta can be integrated. Let's start that integration. Wonderful. And we're going to be able to start a lot more of them in just a couple of months here. All of these that are at 185, we're going to be able to start getting integrated very, very shortly. We also got some new locations here from our integration, so we definitely need to get all of that built up. That'll be fine, and that looks good. It is time to put a cut in here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to begin the integration on all of these. It's going to take some time, no doubt about that. But once that integration is completed, or rather started, then we don't have to worry about any of that, in theory. Assuming that all of them are actually being integrated, which I think there's a lot of them. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGard, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.